You got your pot noodle.
Yeah, I haven't actually, because I thought I can't eat a bloody pot noodle, can you?
No, well, probably not. Probably not.
I think we're live.
No, we're not live, Dave.
It says live. Live.
I know we are. Yeah, I know we are. Yeah.
We're not then, so we don't have to worry about anybody watching if we're not live.
I think we are live, but I'm still waiting for it to come up on the phone. It says we're live, but there might be a 60-second thing.
Oh, there's only 9 waiting now. We've lost 3 viewers. Bastards.
Damn it.
Oh, I can hear somebody.
You can hear somebody?
Yeah, I can hear Mark in the background. Hang on.
How can you do that?
Oh, hang on, Mark. I don't know. Hang on, give me 2 seconds.
What are you doing?
I'm gone. That's it. Right, I'm gone. That's it. I'm there. Well, I had Mark in the background going, I can hear you, Dave. So are we live then?
Well, apparently, according to Blade in Wales, we are live, for fuck's sake.
All right, Toby.
You've got this, Mikey. Now I'm being sent words of encouragement by fools. What's going on?
Where's that? Oh, yeah, hang on. I've got Sean. You've got this Mikey, yeah? Yeah, I've got it. Probably should show a knife. Oh, yeah. We'll wait a bit, actually. Let's make them wait.
No, you can't make them wait. They love a knife, don't they?
You show a knife. You go first, then.
Right, this is now seriously painful. That's not very nice, is it?
Who said
that? Lynn.
Unzipped.
Yeah, totally.
I've unzipped for myself.
Yeah. I've got Tony's birthday knife here.
Ooh.
So
it's wooden handled, is it?
It is, yeah.
It looks like a carbon fibre.
But Cote wood, I think it is.
Really nice. Did you get that from America?
No. I got this from Slip Joint Sawyer.
Oh, right. So are they released then, or is that?
It's a new release. We did see him at Blade Show, but this was a gift from Matt for me, which was really, really, really nice of him.
Matt's got to hold it back.
Cool knife though, but Matt's not really into moderns, is he? So
I like it because I like the box, well, the normal hedgehog which I've got. My son bought me. It's fantastic for leather work that wall. It's a Wharncliffe, isn't it? It is a Wharncliffe,
and it's really thin behind the edge. Really thin behind the edge.
It's high grind and it's perfect for cutting leather, and it's easy to sharpen because it's not anything special as it is. Like 1208, is it 1207? Good day, really, shouldn't I be a knife collector? What it's actually made out of? 12C27, is it? Have a look. 1214C.
I found this on the live. All right, guys. So
Mikey's having his tea.
I found this on the live, but we seem to have 2 lives going, but only one's got like video.
Oh, right, really? Oh, yeah. The one I'm looking for has got no video. It's just got a picture of your best day.
Yeah, right. Go back to my channel.
Oh, right, so hang on. 12 waiting, the one that is not Mikey and Dave's mess. That one. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Got it. I've got it.
You've got it, but no one else has. So I don't know how to tell them.
I've got a delay. I'm watching it on this, and then I've got a delay on YouTube.
There is a delay, yeah.
I tell you, we've got to iron out. We'll iron it out, won't we? Let me turn.
What have you got playing in the background? Is it like one of my?
I've turned it off. I've turned it off. It was this, but with a delay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I do like that spear point though, because they've been out. Well, they've not been out for. They've been saying they're bringing it out for ages, haven't they? I suppose Tiny will have it, won't they?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And how much are they?
Do you know what? I don't know. I would have guessed these are probably going to be around like the 50, 60 mark, somewhere like that.
I've got music going on.
You got what? Music? You haven't got music. Have you froze? This is a nightmare. Dave, are you there? Seems I've lost Dave. This is our first stream, so it's a bit of a nightmare, to be fair. We don't know what we're doing. Dave's frozen. Dave, where are you? I'm just getting you back in again.
Did you hear
You're
me?
back.
Oh God,
Yeah.
sorry. My music started playing on my headphones. I'm gonna get rid of my headphones.
Look at those fucking headphones, Dave.
I had for some reason, I know this is a live channel, but for some reason I had the Arctic Monkeys playing on my headphones.
Those earphones have caused us nothing but like problems.
No,
I thought I
they're
could hear
going-
stuff. I could like hear stuff. I'm going, where's that
They're going
noise
on the
coming
floor.
from?
They've gone on the floor. Right, let's be serious.
Right,
Yeah.
I think they've found us now because I'm getting chat coming up.
Oh, here we go. Nice. DJ Dave. Lovely. Yeah, it was DJ Dave, Mark. It was, for some reason, the Arctic Monkeys started to play. Weird, isn't it? I mean, I don't even know how it... I'm not even going there.
When you froze, it was like, I've never seen Dave so quiet.
Do you know what? Who said that? You're cheeky bastard. Love you, Dawn. You know what? My house was built in the... Wait, I know when it was built because it's engraved on the chimney on the inside. It was built in 1946, right?
Yeah.
And it's haunted. I'll tell you now. I mean, I live in an area called Salem, don't I? And
You
there's
do.
some
You do. Same block.
weird stuff goes on in this house. You know, when you... I'm not a forgetful person, but you know when you put something down and you know that it's in front of you, you know it's there,
Yeah.
and you look for it, it's gone, and you think, perhaps I took it in the garage. I'll go and check the garage, not the garage. I'll go and check the kitchen, and you come back and there it is, and I think it definitely was not there 10 minutes ago. And my mum says it as well because I live with my mum, and she's like, yeah, "This house is definitely haunted." I mean, I don't know why it's called Salem. I've never really looked into it, why the area is called Salem, but it's got to be do with something spooky, hasn't it? I would have thought.
Well, you've got the right name for it, haven't you? Salem's Lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I always thought that was an American term for sort of, you know, like.
Yeah, but most names in America, you'll find that there's the names here as well, isn't there? Like Boston and stuff, you know. So
yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
It's like a big version of us, really.
We've got loads of people.
Have we? I've got 18 people watching. Obviously, there's a lot of sad people on a Friday night that just want to watch two idiots talk absolute crap.
Shall I show a knife?
Yeah, go on. Posh Dave, nice. Come on.
This is my... I'll tell you what I really need. I'm going to show it and then I'm going to put it on the camera the other way. This is my new one I received today, which is...
Oh, this is the Otter, the Paul Otter knife, isn't it?
It's a Paul Otter. So if anyone doesn't know, it's... I always call him King's Apprentice, but that sounds a bit patronising, doesn't it, really? But
sounds a bit like Star Wars.
It's a fantastic knife. Yeah.
That looks really nice. I like the yellow smooth bone as well.
Yeah. And he made that, you know, I asked for everything on there. I know you probably think I'm a bit mad with the yellow bone, but the yellow bone's come out lovely, hasn't it, I think?
I don't. When I was in the States, I bought a yellow boned Moor Maker.
Oh, yeah. I've seen. Don't Case don't do one in yellow bone. Well, I'm going to get corrected here, but I've not seen one.
I don't think so, but this is an older Moor Maker in like smooth yellow bone, and it's a trapper.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's your second Paul Otter.
Yeah, it's my second one. I have so that's my second. My first one is got it to the hand. Is this one, which is that one's RWL 34. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's a nice stainless. Yeah,
with clip on it, is it? Well, and the nail nick's in a nice place as well.
Oh, it's in a perfect place. You can actually open it.
Yeah, you can pitch pull it. Yeah, it's not. It's probably 5, 6, 7, probably. I've got a bit stronger. I would have said probably a bit years ago. I probably said 12.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and this is my first one I had off him, which is he did this in Magna Cut and Elm. That one is.
I remember that one now. That first one compared to the second one, is it better?
Yeah, the second was better. Definitely. Not that this one there's anything wrong with this, but it's
but I mean,
isn't it?
Yeah. Can you see it getting better and better? Yeah.
It's the next level up. I mean, he's going to make another one for me, so that should be perfect. Third time round. It's a lovely knife. But they're hefty. They're not.
I quite like that.
They're not lightweight. No, I mean,
I like a big hefty knife. Yeah.
One in Magna Cut, when I bought it, I put my edge on it. I got it razor sharp, and I've never sharpened it or stropped it, and I've carried that at least 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And I want to see how long it lasts before I have to stop it. So I've had that about at least 6 months, probably perhaps a bit longer.
I've been carrying this American Blade Works Magna Cut that I picked up at Blade Show, and I've been carrying this all week, and I've not had to strop it yet. It's still got a wicked edge on it.
Is that like a turned finish on the covers? Is it like those old fashioned sort of pipe knives?
Yeah. It's
I like that.
This knife is pretty much fully CNC'd, so it's not handmade.
Yeah. It's really nice. I like that. I like the it's a lovely shape.
Magna Cut, and it's HRC to 64, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, I don't know what Paul's is because he doesn't say, but I'm not sure, to be honest, with what the
you can ask him though, can't you?
I mean, they must have some rough idea because they obviously do it themselves, don't they?
Yeah. I was thinking about getting one of those Paul's made, to be fair, because I know that Tony's got 17 of them.
Yeah. Well, Will's going to have one, I think. He's going to ask him. What I do is, I've got his number and I always ask him. He doesn't do any advertising, does he? I don't think he does. I might be wrong.
Do you know what? Most of the British knife manufacturers, whether it be like the companies or like the customs, they're really poor at advertising themselves.
Yeah. I think he does it as a hobby, though. I don't think he does it to make a living out. And I might be wrong again. He might make 10 a month for all I know, but I'm sure he just does it as a hobby.
Right. Because that first one you got, and the ones that Tony picked up at Sharp Show 24, they were really well priced, weren't they?
Yeah, that was £90. I'll probably he might charge more. I mean, that was 90, including delivery, and that was 125.
Oh, brilliant!
Slightly more, but there was a bit more work, and it was a dye. And I think he had a bit of an issue with the dye. And he, to be fair to him, he remade the covers because it didn't come out yellow. It came out orange.
It came out orange.
And when I said to him, "How do you fancy doing it in yellow dye bone?" And he went, "Oh, I've never tried that before." And he did say to me, it was the hardest knife he's ever made.
Oh, I tested him then.
Whether that's because he used the Febrings leather dye. He used that on it. Which I've got a couple of colours of that, and that's awful stuff when you get it on your hands.
What's going to be really funny is when you're out and about in the summertime and you're on your bike, and then you get off your bike and your leg is going to have turned yellow where your knife's in your pocket.
Like a weed down it.
Yeah.
I'll do that anyway.
Oh, fair enough then.
Not on my motorbike,
though. Let's have a quick look at who we got in the chat.
We might have had some questions.
We've got Nigel. He was in first, although it was the first stream, then the wrong stream, then the right stream, and then the wrong stream. And I think we're back on the right stream again now. So, Kathleen's in as well.
Who's in? Elan's in.
Orlando. We've got Mark.
Orlando likes a few posh knives.
He does like posh knives.
If you've got any requests of knives to look at, I'm always willing to whip it out.
We've got Mr. Tiffany in as well over in Lincolnshire.
Oh, yes. Oh, is that where Mr. Tiffany lives, Lincolnshire? A lot of people in Lincolnshire and Wales.
Who's that blade in Wales? He's a bit of trouble, him, I tell you.
Yeah. I try to avoid him, to be honest.
Well, I was trying to get him on the show tonight, but he won't have it, will he? He won't come on.
I think you need to, what's the word I'm looking for? Not give him any stickers.
Bribe him?
Bribe him with stickers.
Oh, Tony, stickers, Tone, look. Are you going to come on the live?
Nothing wrong with orange knives, apparently, Chirk reckons.
Well...
There's nothing wrong with an orange knife when it's supposed to be orange.
I wonder why Chirk likes orange.
Is it because he's Dutch and they invented everything?
Yeah, they did invent everything, including the colour orange.
Do you know what? I was going to say they were stupid, but actually they probably did invent the colour orange.
They probably invented everything.
Well, orange is not a colour, is it?
Is it not?
Red. No, it is a colour. Richard of Orange. Richard of York. Yeah, I suppose orange is a colour, isn't it? I was going to say it's a mixture, but it is a real colour, isn't it, orange? Yeah, it's definitely invented by the Dutch.
Oh yeah, Elan's just put in about, especially with blade wrap. He's got his lovely new French knife that he got for his birthday.
It's got blade wrap.
It's got blade wrap. Yeah.
To be fair, all my French knives have got blade wrap.
To be fair, a couple of my French knives have got it as well.
I think it's a French thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
that's because they are lovers and not fighters. Yeah.
Sedative. They either want my French knives either want to chop your finger off when you close them, or they have blade wrap. But you know what? You just shut it. Well, you work around that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you want to shut them gently, but if you've been using Sheffield knives, you just go, don't you? They just slam it down.
Yeah, and I was going to say that is the problem. If you're used to just letting it go, and then you've got your French knife out, and you've got I don't know. They all. I mean, I've only got 2 or 3, and they all have blade wrap.
I've only got one that's got blade wrap. To be fair, I've only got one, but I did manage to do enough sharpenings of it just to bring the blade up, and it doesn't wrap anymore.
To be fair, I think I could get it out. The trouble with it is as well, because they haven't got a massive kick, have they? You know, when it shuts on the back spring.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you don't want to take anything off of that because that's going to make it worse. But you haven't. If they put a bigger kick on it, they wouldn't have that issue, would they? I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know why they.
I think the one that I've got that's got a bit of blade wrap has got a hump on the inside of the back spring, and it just slams into that. So they could redesign that back spring, but they won't do it.
That's exactly when mine hits on my Lacuier. Yeah, it hits on the hump on the back spring. Yeah. And do you know what? I never noticed it for ages until I actually, because I bought that many years ago before I was really into collecting knives. So I wouldn't have even thought about it because it wouldn't be something that I was aware of. And then when people started saying about blade wrap and all that, I thought to myself, yeah, my bloody little wheel and my other, I've got 2 little wheels and I don't know what the other one is. It's nothing famous. It was from like a bric-a-brac store on a market. I mean, it might be famous, to be fair. It was like 15 euros. Yeah,
that is quite a thing, though. Once you start collecting knives, you do start to become a bit more picky, don't you?
And I don't always like that because, like I said, my Paul Otterwells, they're fantastic knives, but they're not perfect. Which actually, I quite like that.
I quite like that as well.
Because I have no issue just chucking it in my pocket with a load of coins and stuff. Whereas if I'm nannying something, I wouldn't put it in a pocket full of coins and a couple of drill bits.
That is so true. I find the ones that I am carry of either they're cheaper or they're not perfect. But I kind of like that because I will hard use those knives.
Yeah, and I love that about that Magna Cut Otter. It just sits in my pocket, and if it's got, because I do a lot of stuff in the garage, I have drill bits, bloody all sorts of crap in my pocket. You know what I mean? It's spanners, and I think I would not want to be doing that on my GEC or, you know what I mean, my something that is beautiful but not particularly practical. If you know what I mean, as into dropping it on the floor and stuff. That
might be the reason why I bought the Magna Cut.
I really like it.
Because I think it's just to use, and I'm not afraid to use it. Because there's nothing fancy about it, there's nothing showy about it, but it's Magna Cut.
And also, it's a really good price. What did you say it was? $130?
Yeah.
That's fantastic price, isn't it? That's like, what's that? £110 or something at the minute?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think it works out to about 110 quid or so. Yeah, it was a really good price.
I think I'm not massively into politics, but I've been watching all the, the Trump stuff and all that, and their dollars took a bit of a dive, hasn't it? So it's a good time if you wanted to buy things from America, because the exchange rate is pretty good at the minute, isn't it?
To be fair, when I was out there last year, it was almost close to £1 to $1.
Yeah. Well, Europe's got the same, hasn't it? Yeah.
When me and Slippy got some money out the wall, we pulled out $200 and it cost us about 155 quid. So
that's good, isn't it? Yeah.
So we are doing better again.
So 1.5, didn't it? Not that long ago, really, was it? Before COVID, wasn't it? Probably not way before, though, was it?
I remember I was watching a program just the other day, and they said about £35,000 when it and that was $100,000.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that would be good, wouldn't it?
3-1, right?
Yeah, think of the knives. Think of the knife.
Well, I used to do a lot of France. I didn't go there last year, or I haven't been there this year yet. But when I went once, and it was less than 10 years ago, and it was €1.50. And the last time I went, it was near enough 1-1.
Euro's near enough 1-1 now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's just like, it's not a cheap place to go anymore, is it? France?
No.
Pay to go across on the
although I think me and Elan are planning a little trip to France.
3-1, Elan reckons, when he was little.
Yeah, but I mean, that wasn't that long ago, because he's quite young, isn't he?
Elan's only 17.
Yeah, I know he is. Yeah. Yeah. We were planning on going to France to go to see some of the knife makers.
Where my friend lives, I've talked about it with Elan before. He's pretty local to some local sort of. He's right in the middle of France. They call it the Green Verde, don't they? The Green Central, or not the massive Central, the Green Verde. No, it can't be the Green Verde. The Verde's green, isn't it? Green. I can't think what they call it now. The Green Central.
This is what I'm going to struggle with when I go to France. Is that I can't speak French.
I can, but really, really badly. So just stick with me. I'll come.
Yeah, because we're going to do like a road trip, and we just want to go and see some like French knife makers.
You know what? Most people, if you're spending money, will miraculously speak English. Honestly, if you're not spending money, they don't speak English.
Oh yeah,
I know, Ashley. Do you know what? If I'd have known what I know now, I would not have bought a lot more than my previous visits. I've been going there twice a year for the last sort of 15 years. And I've never really been into collecting knives apart from the last 4 years. And
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. My aunt recently sold their place in the south of France, and they had it for about 20 years. And I was going out there, but I wasn't bringing back knives.
Did it take 20 years to sell it?
It took them
years.
It did take them years, yeah.
Yeah. What you have to realise about France is, and this is my experience, because my friend's wife, my friend who lives out there, his wife's an estate agent, and their best friends are estate agents, and the French don't want old French houses. They want new, double glazed flats, no gardens. They want new house. They don't want the old stuff. It's only the English and and the Dutch and that want the old
French places with a nice.
The French don't want them, and you should sell it.
They had an acre of land with it as well. They had some apple orchards and some stuff.
My mate's house has been for sale for 15 years. 15 years it's been up for sale for. And he's not in a rush to sell it, but he just keeps it up for sale in case he gets the right offer.
Well, it doesn't sound like he's in a rush to sell it, does it? 15 years.
He's not in a rush. And he's got the same. He's got about 5 acres with a big old French farmhouse. And I think when he bought it in the 90s, it was like 30 grand or something.
Yeah, I think my aunt bought theirs for like 40.
It was a lot of money back in it was a lot of money. Yeah, because he moved from Portishead, which was a bit rough around that area. And it was a lot of money back in the day. And he was like, when we bought it, because it was just a shell. They've been doing it up for the last 15 years, to be fair. But he went, I will never, ever get back what I put into it. Nowhere near what I put into it. But you do in this country, don't you?
Yeah, well, we're a much smaller country, and if I had 5 acres here, that'd be perfect for me. I would love that.
Tony's got a request for you.
Has he?
We need a, what you call it? I've just thought we need what they called? A moderator.
Yeah, but who would you pick as a moderator?
Who would you pick? I know.
We had the greatest moderator ever, and we've haven't we?
We're not going to replace the greatest ever, but I reckon Tony would make a good moderator.
Tony?
Yeah, he doesn't swear or anything.
Have you seen him with like tech? And we're like pretty bad.
I never thought of that.
We're like pretty bad, but Tony with tech.
Sorry, Tony. True. Love you, really, Tony.
And he probably wouldn't let us swear either.
We'll have to get Chirk in then, won't we?
I mean, Chirk's a great moderator, but all he does is abuse everybody.
True. What about let's have a look who's watching.
And Slippy, I mean, Slippy's the worst moderator.
Slippy's got a potty mouth.
He has got a potty mouth, yeah.
Potty mouth. I might find another knife to show. It's your turn anyway. You must have hundreds of knives to show.
What have you been carrying today?
Do you know what? I always carry. Where's it gone? There. I always carry. Where's it gone? I've carried this near enough because to be fair, I always carry a couple of knives. I never carry one. But
I've been carrying more than one.
I've been carrying my Ashley Harrison. I always carry that. It's starting to get a little bit of patina on it.
Actually, I saw a picture of that on Discord in your car, didn't I?
Yeah, this morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so lightweight. Whereas that the Otter is heavy. It's a big knife. Whereas you can lose that in your pocket, can't you? You don't even notice it.
Yeah.
And it's not offensive. It looks funky, doesn't it? I love it. It's a really nice knife.
It's a great looking little knife.
I nearly clocked up when I bought that because I nearly bought. He did the G10 as well, didn't he? He had about 6 for sale.
There was a whole line of them. Yeah.
And I accidentally bought the G10 one, and I'm not keen on G10. And I went, bugger. And he went, if you're quick, I could swap it for my car.
You bought the G10.
I carry that today. That and I've only carried that today. Actually, to be fair, I usually carry a couple. I carry something that I don't mind if it gets a bit, if it gets gluey, and then I'll carry something a bit posher. Or if I'm in the garden, I'll just carry the garden. A fixed blade.
I think if you're like a knife person, then most of us now like to carry probably 3 knives, 4 maybe.
When I go camping, I take a whole box.
I just feel like the back of the car with like knives.
Want to see my chili knife? I'll tell you what, you'll show next to it. I'll show me chili knife next to you.
So I was carrying the American Blade Works today, but I always like to carry an Arthur Wright. Yeah. And this is an ebony spear point, just one of the standard models. These are around £40, and I think they're bloody marvellous.
That's a really speary spear point as well, isn't it? As opposed to, like a slow
spear. Yeah, this is their thin spear.
Yeah, a really, really pokey spear.
This is the thin spear point that they do for their standard range, and it's a really nice blade. Really nice blade. Really nice knife. I think Sean's got one of these. Slippy's got 5 spear points now, I think.
The sack is not a knife. I thought I'd tell him.
Sorry, he's not a knife. Okay.
No.
And I was also carrying the Moonraker Special Arthur Wright as well.
I know it's not exactly the same blade as the.
It's going to be a very similar shape.
Very similar, isn't it?
It looks like exactly the same blade, except mine's in C70 carbon and yours is in 01 tall steel.
Yeah, and that's a hollow grind on that as well.
You're right.
Yeah.
A very handy blade shape, though.
Yeah, it is. You know what though? If I wouldn't carry just a wall clip or a sheep's foot or you just use a tip, don't you?
Yeah.
It's not a lot of use as a. Don't get me wrong. If I'm doing plaster, I know it sounds really sacrilege. If I'm doing plastering, I will use it to get the scrim.
Yes,
because it's pointy. I wouldn't want to use the belly of a clip point. So for that, it's perfect. But for other things, when I used to get my nice knives out and cut with like a £300 knife and cut, scream, they used to go, "You must be mad." I'm like, that's what I bought.
It's a tool.
Yeah,
it's a tool. The first one of these that I ever bought, I mean, because you always cut with the tip on these, I've lost like the end of it, and I've had to really grind it because it just snapped off.
Yeah, it snapped it off, have you? What, on the phone?
Yeah, but that's the old one, and that's just a knife, and that's what it's meant to be used for, isn't it?
Yeah. You know what? The only knife I've ever snapped the tip off was a Civivi that I had it literally 5 minutes, and I dropped it, and it fell out of my hand, and it stuck in my oak flooring in my bedroom, and then when I pulled it out, the tip was broke off. I was like,
Civivi.
I'd had it 5 minutes, and I was like, yeah, don't buy another Civivi. It wasn't the knife's fault.
No, okay. Because they make some like quite high-end knives now, don't they?
I've got a few really great steel. Yeah, I've got. It was that one. God, it was cool. I've had it for a long time. I really profiled it, to be fair, but I never knew back in the day. I was a bit of an idiot. I took it off the top, and you should take it off the bottom, shouldn't you?
Yeah, otherwise the blade sits above the handle.
I think what it's called now. Yeah. I've had that a lot. That's a work knife, to be fair. It's a work knife special.
Now, how many knives do you think you've got now, Dave?
Pardon?
How many knives do you think you've got now in your collection?
I had a quick take the other day. I reckon about, because my son has some of them, so I've got about 150.
That's a nice collection. That's
it's nice. I mean, to be fair, there's some that I need to get rid of, but I don't like getting rid of knives. To be fair, I know it's a bit silly because you should get rid of them, but I don't need to get rid of them. So why get rid of it?
Somebody else said the same thing to me today, and that was Blade in Wales. Said that he doesn't like to sell knives. He won't get rid of any. It's a bit.
If you don't mind losing money, I suppose it's not an object, but you're not going to get back on the cheaper knives anywhere near what you paid for them. So what's the point of selling it? I did try and sell it, but nobody wanted them.
To be fair, when you use a knife and it has a bit of wear on it, they are a lot harder to like sell.
Yeah, it's got to be mint in box, hasn't it?
Yeah, even on like the used market, people want mint knives in the box that have never been used. It's like, well, come on.
I've always been, I know it sounds a bit silly, I've always kept boxes for things though, even things that are never going to be worth any money. I always keep the box. I've got in the bungalow in the Eves, it's all full of boxes of stuff that I've still got, obviously, but it's stupid things like the box of my laptop or the box of my TV I've still got.
I tend to keep boxes. Yeah, I tend to keep boxes. Then I have a massive purge, and then I realise that I've got boxes for stuff that I've like thrown away years ago. I know that Slippy doesn't keep like the boxes. When you get a knife from like Slippy, it's very rare that it's got the box.
We definitely need a moderator. There's lots of stuff in there.
Oh, right. Have we got some like questions then, or is it just?
No. I'll tell you what. I'm going to see if.
I think they're just using this as like a Friday night hangout. Really, I don't think they even want to like talk to us.
I was trying to work out where my phone went. Wanted to see me chili knife.
Oh, you've gone sideways on us now. Whoa! What angle, Dave?
There you go. That's not good, that way.
It's like you almost know what you're doing.
I do. So there you go, Elon.
Oh,
that's the Warcliffe.
That's nice.
That was one of my first expensive knives I ever bought. And when I bought it, it didn't break my heart because I love it. But when I bought it from Mark, actually, Congi, and I thought, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to break my threshold. I'm going to buy it. And when it arrived, I was like, you can understand why an expensive knife is. I mean,
once you make that leap, your bank account is in a whole world of hurt.
It's a slippery slope, isn't it?
Oh, it's.
I just think it's the extra little thing that you don't get on a mass-produced knife, isn't it?
Like the blade wrap and the.
I don't think this was. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't cheap, but I don't think it was ridiculously expensive. I think it was less than 300. I think.
What's your personal sort of price range? What do you see as a budget knife, and what do you see as an expensive knife?
Budget, I would say. Oh God, I think Ashley's not budget. An Arthur Wright is a budget knife, isn't it? I think I would say anything less than 70 quid.
Yeah, you see,
it might go a bit higher now, but less. It used to be less than 50,
gone up a bit now.
Yeah,
there's so many knives out there that there's so many makers. I think that my budget now is kind of like 100 and under is like that budget range.
Yeah, you're right. I was going to say 70, but now it probably has crept to 100, doesn't it?
And like my sweet spot, if I'm going to buy a nice knife, I will go to about 200 is my sweet spot. I have gone over that, but I like about 200 for like something nice?
I would say less than 300 is a wrench, but I can just about justify that. But when there's some lovely stuff on Congers at the minute, but yeah, 500, 600 pound knives, are they?
Well, see,
it's just out of my comfort zone a little bit.
That 500
expense.
Yeah, that 500, 600 pound mark, that was where the customers were like starting in Blade Show.
Yeah.
And they were going to like 5,000 plus.
I watched when you said you picked it up, and it was like, whoa.
You put it down and just gently walked away.
I went to, it was either the second or third Sharp show. So it was about 3 or 4 Sharp shows ago. Yeah. And I went with my lad and I picked up a knife. And the gentleman went picking it up. But they were they were Ukrainian or Russian or something. That Eastern European accent. It might be a bit generalisation. But anyway, I picked it up and I went through it and I put it down. And in fact, before I even put it down, I said, it hasn't got a price on it. And when it hasn't got a price on it, it's going to be expensive.
That's what I said. That's what I said to like TK at the show. I went, TK, that knife hasn't got a price on it. Walk away. He went, if you've got to ask, you can't afford it.
Exactly. And this one was 10 grand. I went and I said, can I just ask how much? And he went, £10,000. I was like, and I put it down. I was like, holy mother of God, 10
grand.
£10,000. It didn't sound
I can absolutely get like the 300, 400, 500 pound knives compared to £100 knife. I can feel like the difference. But £10,000.
It was beautiful, but it wasn't. It was £10,000. It was like.
Was it inlaid with like fairy dust or something?
It was abalone or something, if I remember right. There was 2 of them. And all they had was 2 knives, and that's all they had. And I was like, God, you're not going to sell that in the commentary, are you?
You're not going to sell 2 of those, are you? Sort of like a
£10,000 knife on a Coventry industrial estate.
No.
Brilliant. But a Ducati, I'd have bought a Ducati, to be fair, Milan. I bought a Triumph instead. I couldn't afford it.
There's nothing wrong with I Triumph. I remember looking at the.
I love my Triumph.
It was the early 90s. I was looking at the 916.
What, Ducati?
Yeah, just a base model. And even then, I went for the ZZR 1100.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
sensible choice.
Yeah, well, it's a quick bike as well. It was like 176 mile bike.
Yeah. My friend he was a trained Honda technician, so he was trained by Honda, and he used to work for the Honda dealership in Northampton. And he always said to me, I used to buy. I've only had a couple of brand new bikes, and he always said to me, "Never buy a Ducati." He went, "Never."
They were. Oh, yeah, I know they were unreliable, weren't they?
And ironically enough, when he used to finish on a Friday, they sometimes used to give him a courtesy bike to take home. And he had a Ducati 916 and he had a 748, and they both blew up when we used to go out for a spin, both of them. Not catastrophically, but the rings went on them when he was riding them, and all the smoke used to come out the back. And he was never buy this.
I can remember back in the 90s when it was Carl Fogarty riding for him, and Foggy was just a great rider, and he made me want one. Yeah. But everyone just had these horror stories about him blowing up or launching bits of clutch down the road and stuff. And
I'll tell you what's becoming very, very collectible now. It's the 999 or the 749, which was the one with the stacked headlights, one above the other.
Like that. Yeah,
nobody liked them, did they? They got an absolute slated in the day, but I've always liked them, and you can get them for a decent price now.
I used to like the Ducati Monster as well. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I sat on a few of them before I bought my Triumph. I sat on about 30 bikes. I tried all the new Ducatis, the Multistrada, the Panigale, and I ended up buying Triumph.
I've not had a bike now for probably about 15 years, and like the prices of them there, the prices of them are ridiculously high.
I had a big break. Because I just, cut a long story short, I fell off one, and I was quite lucky, and I thought it put me off a little bit, and I had a break for about 10 years, 15 years. And then when my son wanted to do his driving test, they couldn't do it because it was COVID, and he ended up doing his motorbike test instead. And he got me back into it, really. So me and him go out together when he comes down. We've got six between us. We've got 6 motorbikes between us.
6? You can only ride one at a time, Dave.
I know, you can, but I like tinkering because most of them are old.
That's like knives as well. Like, you can only use one at a time, can't you?
Yeah. I've got my Triumph, which is pretty new, and he's got his Honda, which is pretty new. So they're the nice bikes. Then we've got like, the other ones we just go out and when it's a bit crappy.
I saw you posted a picture of an old bike.
And that's my Honda. That's the one I built that from scratch. I built it from parts. I just bought, I bought the frame and then I bought the engine and a lot of the bits I had left over from other bikes. So it's a bit of like a Frankenstein sort of thing.
I had my
but people love that bike.
I had my old Triumph Bonneville. That was a 1969 T120, and I had that for about 25 years. That was a lovely old bike, but it wasn't the most reliable of bikes, should we say? You know,
what, Triumph Bonneville?
Yeah, I'd 1969.
I'd like a bike. Oh, really? That's my birth year. I'd like to see. If I had a birth year bike, it would be a Triumph.
Oh shit! So I've sold your birth year bike then for you.
Yeah, sorry about it. I've got the Triumph Thruxton, which is like the cafe racer thing.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, beautiful.
It sounds. It's like a twin. It sounds amazing. So it's got that 270-degree crank on it. It sounds like a V twin. So it sounds like 60k.
When I was looking at that 916, it was just out of my comfort zone. So I did go for the Triumph Speed Triple when they just
Speed Triple.
That was a lovely bike. I did like that.
Lovely bikes. I rode the Triumph Tiger. And that's a triple. And I tell you what, I loved it. That it's got a nice, I don't know, the torque. It's all in the right place on a triple.
Yeah,
I've never been a triple before. I thought, oh God, I wish I'd bought me Thruxton now.
Yeah, I kind of feel it was the same when I bought an Audi and I've had a Volvo with a 5-cylinder engine. When you have an odd amount of cylinders, they just run smooth. They run really smooth. And the power band on that Speed Triple was lovely. It just came in so smooth, but loads of torque.
Yeah. I rode one, the Tiger. It was a big one, 1100, I think it was. The biggest one they do. I did it on a demo the end of last summer. And I was like, oh man, this is a hooligan bike. Because you could literally go over all the speed humps with it and all the, the little roundabouts, you just go straight over the top of them. You can't really do that on a Bonneville or a Thruxton, can you? Because you're going to end up breaking it.
You're going to end up, You're going to break it or yourself, because as you get older, it aches a bit.
I rode the top of the range Multistrada, which is nigh on 200 horsepower, isn't it? The Multistrada V4S.
Yeah.
Holy craps! It was incredible. I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever ridden. Honestly, I would have lost my license within a week, I think, if I'd have bought that.
I remember when I got that ZZR, because I'd come off of a GSXR 750.
Yeah.
And I went to that 1100, and it was just like scarily quick. And then they brought out the Hayabusa. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. My friend's the Blackbird for sale, Honda Blackbird.
The Blackbird, the Honda Blackbird. Yeah, that was a quick bike as well, wasn't it?
Which was the model against the Hayabusa. They did about 190, 180 miles an hour.
Close to 200 miles an hour, some of them, weren't they, I think?
My friend, it's the same friend who worked for Honda. He said to me one weekend, he goes, come out, because I've got the Blackbird. And my mate can wheelie anything. He can wheelie a Goldwing. And he came past me on the A14, 77 miles an hour, on the back wheel of this Honda Blackbird. Like I was standing still. I was like, holy... And he's brilliant at wheeling motorbikes.
When I had
he went, that is quick. He's got one for sale, $2,000. It's mint.
Nice.
Yeah.
When I had the 750, my mate Rob at the time, he had an old, I think it was a late 80s bike. I think it was a 750 turbo. And I was like, this bike, when it got a power band, even at 100 miles an hour, the front wheel just came straight off, and it was just
Oh god, yeah. It's brilliant. I read one of the I used to do, I think there's still about a motorcycle magazine called Two Wheels Magazine, and I used to do a bit of bike collecting for them, and they said to me one day in the week, because they used to phone me up and go, can you get the afternoon off work? And my boss was brilliant, and I used to say to my boss, can I have the afternoon off? He went, are you picking a motorbike up? And I used to go, yeah. He went, yeah, have the afternoon off. And I picked up the first Fireblade, not the first one, but the first generation Fireblade. And they just opened that M6 toll road.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know how fast it was going, but it was going pretty bloody fast.
Those Fireblades were good,
and there was no cameras on it at the time because they'd only just opened it. And I was having a race with an XJ. I'm sure it was an XJ12, is it? An old Jag.
XJS V12, yeah.
An XJS V12, yeah. And we were doing about 140, and I was on the inside lane, and he was on the outside lane. And in the end, I thought, I'm just going to pin this fucker and see what it does. And I pinned it, and even the wheels started coming off the ground at 140 miles an hour. I was like, holy man. But it was terrible. It had loads of play in it. The brakes were terrible.
When those Fireblades first come out, though, they were awesome, weren't they? They were that 900cc hooligan bike, weren't they?
My friend said it's the one bike he wished he'd never have sold because he had one brand new because he worked for Honda.
Yeah.
He's got the Generation 4 or something, or 5. There's been loads of them in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, now there is, yeah.
My mate's got the latest one.
We're like getting a bit of grief, so I've got to show a knife.
Who's going to get in grief?
This is my quite recently purchased custom by Andy Brock, and I know that TK's got one coming.
Yeah, I spoke to him. He's got. I'm on his list.
You on his list?
But I think I upset him when I said, "Can I have it in yellow bone?"
Really?
Yeah. Not upset him, but he was like, "Oh shit." They're lovely, aren't they? I love that knife.
This is in jig bone. This is absolutely amazing, and I know that TK is getting one via Griff.
Is that like a high, not saber grind? What?
It almost is, yeah. It's a really high,
It's lovely, isn't it? It does
I put a really shiny edge on it as well. I don't know why I did that, but I just thought that it needed a really nice edge on it.
That was one of my biggest mistakes. There was one for sale, wasn't there, at the Sharp Show? No, I was too slow.
Well, there was one that I saw at the Sharp Show that I really liked, and I went a couple of stalls down, and I thought about it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back and buy that. And as I got back to the stall, there was a guy there saying, "Oh, could I buy that one?" And he was pointing to the one that I liked, and he bought it.
I really liked, but it's going to make me one. I think it does the jig stuff. His jigging's really nice, isn't it? And then also, it's not a massive knife. It's a very tactile. They're quite.
It feels amazing. It's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice and cold, but it's a great knife in like hand as well.
What's the steel on that, Mikey?
This one is, let me think, because it's not written on the blade. I think this is.
He did tell me what he did. It was not Alex, is it?
Is this in RWL as well? I think 34 maybe.
I think he gave me an option. There was one option.
No, yeah. I think that was the still, but I think Slippy's got one on order.
Oh, right.
TK's getting one, and Griff's got 2 or 3 now, I think.
Yeah, Griff has got some. Yeah, he has got some.
Yeah,
but heard him before the show. To be fair, I'm not sure if he was there the previous show.
I'd never heard of him until like the last show, but his stall was wonderful, and his knives are really good.
He was with his wife on the stall, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I looked a few times, and I said to Paddy, "There's a nice knife there," and he went, "I'll have that."
The only thing that I would probably change is where the nail nick is.
Right.
It's a little bit far back, and it makes the pull not hard, but your nail has to go into it, and as it opens, it kind of bends your nail. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? Funny you should say that would be one of my little, very small gripes on the pull, Otterwells, is the nail nick's really deep.
And
you
put it open.
Yeah. So you have to clip your nails. So it's a good excuse to clip nails. Yeah, it is a lovely knife, isn't it?
But this is. I mean, that blade shape's lovely.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? It is. Really it's a long clip, isn't it? Like a.
It's a long blade. It's still got plenty of belly on it because a lot of the Californians, they don't have much belly, do they? They have
no, they don't have any, do they? No, it's just very long and flat, isn't it? I've got a couple of California bits. That's I wish they'd have bought one at the show. You know, when you're I'd already bought, and then we went to look at the TRCs, didn't we? And that was two regrets. I should have bought the South Pole, and I should have bought a pole. What do you call it?
Well, I'm sure they're both going to be there this year because this year is sharp. So is it the 27th of September?
It's way earlier, isn't it?
It's a lot earlier, but it's on Judd's birthday.
Oh, nice. That'd be expensive then.
Yeah, not for me.
No,
I can't make it. Yeah, it's on Judd's birthday, so that'll be quite good. But then we said as well, Xing Chang.
Yeah, I haven't got a Xing. Paul keeps telling me to buy one. This is his boss.
Yeah.
Need to buy one off the boss. I know, I would do, but they've all bloody got the ones on. Like,
well, I mean, he's put a couple up on his Facebook recently.
Scrotum scraper. Who's on about scrotum scrapers then?
No, it's Peter Tiffany. He's a bit of a character.
Oh, you met him, haven't you? Peter?
Yeah, he's a lovely guy.
Better than Peter File. Better than Peter File.
Can I just say that he looks really good in a blonde wig? And that's all I'm going to tell you.
I've got a promise.
This is my Xing, and this one's special. It's
did you buy that from the show, or was that one you bought after?
No, this is one that he made recently. It's
nice.
He's reworked tang on it as well. So it's got a nice half stop on it.
He's got
a really nice action. Yeah.
I might have to look on his website then, mate. It's not got to look on his website, somebody else's.
But it's got the bird's eye pivot, and it's got brass liners, which is what I wanted. I just didn't want stainless steel all the time because so many of these customs are just stainless steel.
And also, it's heavy, and stainless steel. It's heavy as well, isn't it? Stainless steel. It does get that. Pulls are a really workable knife, so the liners are quite thick, and they're in stainless, so they're heavy. They're good. God, they've got to be a good 2 mil thick.
Just a bit like the Roachcrafts, because they have stainless steel liners. They're quite a heavy knife, aren't they?
That same thickness of liner, so they are heavy, aren't they? Whereas with the brass
liners are like quite thick. Where on an Arthur Wright, the brass liners are reasonably thin as well.
They are thin, aren't they? I was going to say, I don't know. I've never seen I don't think I've got any knives that have got thick brass liners. None of my knives.
You can do it, obviously, but they tend not to, just to save the weight. I think, really.
I don't think, you know what? I never really used to like brass, but that's another thing my taste has changed over the last few months. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what? I mean, I've gone from modern locking knives, and I'm now basically on traditional slip joints as my main thing.
To the full circle.
I had a plan for this year, and this year was meant to be over 12 months. I wanted a Xing, I wanted a Brock, I wanted my Buck 110 custom shop, and I wanted me Chavez slip joint, and I've got them all, and we're still in March.
I need a Xing, to be fair. I bought one of those. I've lost it. Oh, no, I found it. I bought the Matt Self. I bought one of Paddy had the I can't think what the name for it is now.
I spoke to him. Yeah, I spoke to him at the at the shop show. What a lovely guy.
He's a lovely chat, isn't he? I've got a couple of his fixed blades as well, but I bought that off him. It came up on his website, and I thought, I'm just going to buy it. And you know what? I love it. Is
that red micarta?
Yeah, it's really nice micarta. Really nice. And it's a perfect size. It's not a big knife. Spear point, RWO34.
And it's a Barlow. And it's a Barlow because of the size of the bolster.
But you listen to it, it's lovely.
I can hear that. Yeah.
It's a beautiful knife. That's why I had no hesitation to have another one made by him. Because the ones, I mean, it's actually got a nice pull to that. It's not, I really dislike a weak. One thing I don't like is a weak, you know what I mean? I know nobody does.
Yeah, I don't like the weak pulls.
It's the weak pull, it's the weak close, it's the weak, I'm going to chop your fingers off.
Like the lock up. If you've got a really weak lock up, that does not inspire confidence when you're carving.
Once I've found that, I'll get rid of it.
That's the worst thing when you're trying to carve a piece of wood. If a blade's going to get stuck into anything, it's going to get stuck into like a piece of wood.
And then you pull it, and then I've not been there. It's horrible, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
There's nothing worse than a week. And you don't really get that on an English custom, do you?
You certainly don't get it on an Arthur Wright, do you?
No, definitely not.
You know, those knives, they're tough to open and they're tough to close, and that's the way that I want.
I must confess, a couple of years ago, I bought an Arthur Wright, and I sent it back because I've got quite strong hands. I've always done building, plastering, and I struggled to bloody open it. And I wish I'd never sent it back. It was that twisted assisted limited edition they did.
It was a Mark 1 twisted assisted, and was it the sheep's foot?
Yes.
Yes, I've still got the Mark 1. I've only ever opened it twice.
Why did I send it back? I sent it back, and I just sort of kept the bloody thing. I was being a wussy.
The twisteds.
It was almost unopenable. I was like,
they've worked so well. Those twisted. I think they're on batch 4 now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. And then my car is the original. Yeah, that's the dark. I've got that one. The red line, though, is that one?
No. This is the burlap.
That's the first
twisted one. Yeah.
Is that really dark brown? Is it, or is it black?
It's burlap. It's brown. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that exact one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. See, I tried to pinch them open, but there's just not enough blade to grip, is there?
You can't pinch it open. No.
So you've got to use the nail nick, and it's.
They didn't have any replacements to send it back, and I was like, "We haven't got any more." And I was like, "Look at."
Was it you as well that had one where the back spring snapped?
No, I've never had a snap spring. No, no.
Somebody else had like one of these, and they got it out of the box, opened it, and the back string went.
I don't understand why, can't you? Though, to be honest with you, because it is that bloody. Because it pivots on that rivet, doesn't it? That top.
Yeah, I mean, they do free up with light use, but you've got to use them. I
did think that, which is why I regret getting rid of it, because I wasn't educated enough to realise that it was going to loosen up a little bit, and it also had a little bit it protruded a little bit the tip, so you caught your finger on it. But I could have filed some off the kick.
Now one of mine had that, yeah, and I did just take because it's got a big old kick on it.
Ooh.
And I did just take a little bit off, and it was fine.
I was just uneducated at the time, so I didn't know that you could do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I do regret. That's one of my biggest regrets. And also, which I do, it's a bit weird because I never liked it when I had it. Was by Michael May that I donated to Randy's, raffle thing. And when it went, I've missed it ever since. And I thought, you know what? I didn't even like the bloody thing when I had it, but when I saw somebody else show it, it looked like a beautiful knife.
Which one did you donate to the thing?
The Barlow, the Michael May.
That's one.
And I thought, not that I regret getting it because it was for a great cause, but I do think, you know what? When Slippy did a review of it, it looked like a really nice knife. I thought, what pretty hell did I get rid of it for? But
I've only ever had one of the Michael Mays, and it was just the yoke standard Barlow with a work back spring, and I had it 3 weeks, and I lost it. So first knife I've ever lost and not found again.
Mark reckons he was called a Wendy when he couldn't open his Arthur Wright.
Yeah, that name came via a certain slip joint Sawyer was calling everyone Wendy's.
Wendy.
Yeah. We Retro Stu was known as Retro Wendy because he found some of the pulls a bit hard going. But it's all these people that work in offices, they're all a bit, I don't know.
The only time I've worked in an office when I was knocking it down.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I don't. You know what? You don't in the building trade. You don't need that many knives because if I'm going to be truly honest, if I'm going to use something that I'm going to wreck it, I'm going to get my Stanley knife out. I'm not going to be wrecking even if it's a £50 knife, I'm going to get my Stanley knife out. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I do cut stuff with my Rat Model 1 is probably my most used work knife.
What a great beater knife, though. A Rat.
I've slipped on that and gone across the pavement or on concrete curbs and I've been cutting stuff and I'm like, oh, fuck it. And I get it home and I spend 10 minutes and it's sharp again. Yeah. And I think, you know what? People really like it because it's not I do like that.
I wanted a new standing knife for work and I got
the problem with my job with that would be all the plaster and stuff gets stuck in it like a Stanley knife. When you cut a lot of plasterboard with a Stanley knife,
it always wedges down the side.
and it wrecks it, and I wouldn't have the heart to wreck it.
Well, I just want
perfect, isn't it?
It's perfect for like my job because it's going to be a box opener and a package opener and spare parts and
it's
just
not getting grit and scrap in there, is it? If you get grit,
exactly. So, but I've not carried it yet. I've been back at work a week and I've not carried it yet because it's so nice and I don't want to lose it.
Well, I mean, is it? Dare I ask how much it was?
$50.
Oh, right, that's all right. I was going to thought you were going to say like
no. It was. I think they do like like the one that like folds out on a button, and that was a bit more. I think that one was about $70.
Right. Well, a decent Stanley knife, the one with the big brass wheel on it. You take they're about 30 quid. I haven't got a clue. Actually, I've bought them for years. Probably more than that.
Yeah, and they're probably
carpet fitters one.
Yeah, and
they're probably more than that actually.
But when you like knives, you want your knives to that you use at work to be like stuff that you like anyway, don't you? You don't just want like a Stanley knife anymore, do you? You've got to have a nice.
No, to be fair, no. I would only I use all. I would never use. Like I said, I've used some nice knives to cut scrim and stuff, and I have poke holes in ceilings with my nice knives, but I wouldn't do it all the time.
I think Paddy cut up a load of old carpet from his floor with his nice hinderer,
Yeah.
But
that's XM Slippy, is it? Is that the one? Is it an XM Slippy?
I think so. Yeah. But he said it was so good. Because it was really sharp and it just went through all the carpet, all the underlay and stuff, and cut it all up.
Well, I was talking to Tony early on about them because I've got some on Heine at the minute, have they? But they I think the cheapest one's 500 quid. I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend 500 quid on a hinderer, to be honest with you.
Paddy swears.
It's probably a fantastic knife, but to me, I don't need to spend £500 on an abusing knife, if you know what I mean.
£500, it wants to be a fucking amazing knife, really, doesn't it?
They were 300 quid 18 months ago.
Inflation, Dave. Where have you been? Everything's gone stupid.
I know it has, but that is some inflation, and that's like it's gone up 150 quid at least, isn't it, in the last 12 months?
What? Well, that sounds like Benchmade.
Yeah, I've only got one Benchmade.
Yeah, but I mean, they're like great knives, but they're not the prices that they ask for.
I've got the Benchmade Puko, which actually is one of my favourite camping knives.
Oh, that's a great little
in the 3V. In the 3V.
Yeah, 3V as well. It's a tough steel.
I've got it somewhere, which unfortunately has. It's a fantastic knife. It has the worst sheath ever made. Yeah, it's a great knife.
That's the knife, yeah.
No, I've hardly sharpened that, and that's done bloody log splitting, bloody all sorts of stuff.
CPM 3V is an awesome steel. I know that Chris on Discord, Blade Lord, he's a big fan of that.
Chris likes it. I like 3V. I've got that, and I've got Spyderco in 3V, which I really like, and the Magna Cut I like as well, and LMAX. I mean, they were super steels, but they're not anymore, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can remember when like D2, which is a tall steel, was a super steel, and 154 and stuff like that, But CPM 3V is a great steel, and it's a tough steel as well, super tough.
LMAX is cool.
LMAX is probably one of my favourites.
That's my Viper. I cut my finger on that one.
That's got some belly.
That's got some belly in it. It's a fantastic knife, but my God, is it sharp. I almost hesitate to use it sometimes.
What I found with them sharp knives is to not rub them on your fingers.
Or try and catch them when you drop them.
Don't catch any. Oh God, yeah.
I don't anymore. I think Nick Shabazz once said, "A falling knife has no handle."
Yeah.
And a falling knife has no handle.
Just move the feet out of the way, didn't you? It's just like
I do now. I literally just I'm gonna get out of the way of it. I caught that. I went camping with my son a couple of years ago, and I dropped it and I caught it, and it was that bloody sharp that I didn't even realise I'd cut myself until there was blood everywhere. Until
you first, you see the blood, and you don't get pain for about 10 minutes, do you? And then you feel the pain.
I was like, oh, God, it was so sharp. Well, it still is sharp. LMAX and 3V. was the two of my, without shadow of doubt, favourite steels. But I've got a Magna Cut now. I don't know what one next. I'd like a Rex 21, but I don't know if I can push the money out on that.
Right, so
that much.
Me and John went to Spyderco stand to look for Rex 121 or Rex 76 and that, and all of their Rexes had sold out before the show, so they had none there.
That's a bit silly, though, isn't it? That just annoys people, though, doesn't it? It would annoy me.
Do you think maybe it's got something to do with Crucible Steels going under?
Is Rex 71 even better than the 121 then?
Rex 76 there was. 76, there's Rex. Right. I think Rex 121 is the one that everyone's raving about for the Ed retention of it. It's meant to be phenomenal.
They had them on Heine and they were gone very quickly, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't think Heine had many of them in. They had the Sage 5 and the Sage 5 lightweight, and I think they might have had 3 of each, and they just flew out. Yeah. Well,
I always do a little check. What I do is I see how many I can put in my basket to see how many they've got. And they didn't have many. It was less than 5, I think, weren't it? Like you said, each one, 5 or 6, wasn't it? And they were all gone, weren't they, within a couple of days? Yeah. But they were like 270 quid, and I thought it wasn't my favourite Spyderco knife to warrant buying it in Rex 121, if you know what I mean.
And it was in that burnt-y orange colour as well, wasn't it? And I was thinking,
I don't know about G10. Not a G10.
Well, I'm going to buy it, but then I'm going to get custom scales for it.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I'm looking at like 376 quid then.
Yeah. You know? Is that what it was? Yeah, because you're sticking an extra 100 quid on, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say I don't like G10, but I suppose if you're going to buy something in Rex 121, it's something that you're going to use, aren't you? Because what's the point in buying a house? So perhaps it's better to be in G10 because it's not as fancy, if you know what I mean. If it was in a nice hardwood or something, perhaps you'd be a bit more...
the thing about G10 is it's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough.
But the Rex G10, I've got a few nice G10, but I don't think I'd ever have a custom made in G10.
No. I mean, you can get G10 on sort of £15 Rough Riders, can't you?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And it is tough and it's long lasting and it's perfect for a tough work knife. It is a work knife.
That orange G10, and to be fair, as a work knife, it's perfect, isn't it? Because you can wash it. It doesn't really, it doesn't take all the oil. If you've got oily hands or something, or, you know, I mean, you're working in the garage, it doesn't absorb it, does it? Whereas if you've got your nice micarta or something,
it's going to soak up everything. Yeah, it's going to soak up everything.
Straight in there, isn't it, the micarta.
Yeah.
That micarta on the, you've got it as well, haven't you, on the PM2?
Yes.
Yours is mint and mine's brown. It looks like it's been somewhere it shouldn't have been.
I've got 3 Spydercos in that micarta. The one that I've carried the most has changed colour, and the other 2 that I've just left for now are still like mint. But it's gone so dark brown now with like the greases from your fingers and stuff.
I made not a fatal mistake, but I made the mistake of deciding to oil mine with sesame oil.
Sesame oil?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think I must have been a bit... I might have had a couple of too many wines in the kitchen.
Going through the cupboards in like the kitchen trying to find oil.
And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do it with sesame oil. I think I'd had too many glasses of wine. And it smelled lovely.
Sesame oil.
It smelled like a Chinese stir fry.
I was going to try mine in pure olive oil.
Full groundnut oil. Yeah, pure olive, extra virgin.
Yeah, extra virgin. From the island of Zante in Greece.
And 99.9% pure olive oil.
Yeah.
I never realised, I know this is supposed to be a knife channel, but did you know that when you know when you buy a bottle of olive oil, the percentage of olive oil actually in it is like piggly, isn't it?
That's why you've got to get the real good stuff.
Yeah, I do buy the nice stuff, but you buy the crap stuff. It's like 10% olive oil.
Yeah. It's just mixed. You need to get like the pure stuff, and that's good for you.
Yeah. My mum bought some red palm oil the other day. Actually, I think she'd accidentally picked it up because it was supposed to be olive. It ended up being red palm oil. My God, when I did the roast potatoes, they came out bloody red. It was red. When you poured it out, it was literally, I don't know, the giveaways in the title, but it was so red. I went into my mum and said, "Do you know what you bought here?" And she went, "Olive oil." I went, "That ain't no olive oil I've ever seen." Red palm oil. It tasted lovely, actually. But it's not a good environment, is it? That's nice.
This is that Ashley Harrison that I picked up when I was with Slippy.
He had them in his shop then, did he? In his workplace?
This was in his workplace, yeah. This was one that we had the... I don't know where it is. I had those Japanese jackknives, and I think I said one out to Slippy, one to TK, one to Griff, and I think that was it. And then we had our own version of it done with a fat spear point sort of thing.
Yeah.
And this came out really nice. Just a plain
I do like that. Like I said, I never. You know what? 18 months ago, I got all this brass. Sorry, no, actually, quite like. Because I Griff pointed me onto that Trevor Ablett that I bought from. That
yes,
and that's very similar. Look, it's got the brass.
Yeah.
You know what I said? It hasn't got a half stop, but I suppose that was the way he made them. But
yeah, campaign.
I know, it's beautiful, isn't it? Thanks to Griff for that. I think he wanted it at the time, but he couldn't afford it. But he chisels the engine, doesn't he? If you look here, he's talking it. Like, so the ends
they're lovely. They just come down to the bolster, don't they?
Yeah. So when it's in the palm of your hand, you can get your little finger on it.
Trevor made some wonderful knives. He was a really.
I'd like to have a few more, actually. To be fair, well, you don't really see them, do you?
I think Sean might have one or two.
Have you got a collection?
I think Sean might have bought one and then like sent it back because he wasn't happy with it when he was still making them, kind of thing. So when we had these made, actually,
so they were ready for you to pick up, were they? Sorry, you didn't just pick them up.
They were, yeah. So we had these made, and he made one of like a knife for himself on the same frame.
Yeah.
So that's like the same frame, but he's obviously worked back with three.
Yes, got you, yeah.
And he's gone all the way down the blade with it.
Yeah. He does some nice file work, doesn't he?
Oh, he does some tremendous file work.
I like the Vine one that he does, the one on that one. I've got the Vine, the very simple one, which is like really nice, organic, isn't it? The Art Deco. The Vine's done by his dad. Oh, Michael. Is it? Right, that's my business, yeah.
And he does it all by hand, just like freehand.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that Vine. I do like that because it's such a simple, but not simple. You know, it's
classy.
Stupid, but
it's really classy. Yeah.
It's very.
And what should make a really good video is the fact that Michael's going to let Paddy do that.
I mean, not on our knives, though.
Well, I think he's doing it on Slippy's knife, yeah.
Slippy's and Tony's. Although Tony's not bought one, has he, I've heard?
Tony?
Well, he told me he hadn't bought a PPP knife. Or has he?
Blade in Wales?
He must have done. I reckon he was winding me up.
He's definitely bought a PPP knife. He's winding you up. He's cranking your hand.
I bought 13, so I've got one for sale.
yeah. I bought a couple.
I bought three. I bought one for me, one for my son, and I will pick the best out of the three. I think can have the net, and then the third one. I'm not saying that in a horrible way, but if somebody hasn't got one, I'll sell it for cost.
Yeah, £345. Yeah,
is that what they were? Yeah, so
£350.
I bought that and delivery, so 500 quid all in.
I think it's me and you that have bought the most. I think we've both bought three.
Yeah, I just wanted to have because I know that they're all handmade, so they're all different, aren't they? So I just thought, well, if I've got three, I can.
Well, you're going to give one to your son, aren't you? So now you've only got.
I'm going to sell it him, but yeah.
Are you?
No, I'm going to have to get. It cost me a bloody fortune in knives. So there's so many knives I bought before Christmas for him that I ended up buying. Well, the Ashley Harrison, the bloody fixed blade, and another one I bought him. I thought I should have just kept it for myself and just give you a £40 Arthur Wright.
Do you know what? You can't beat an Arthur Wright for like 40, 50 quid. You cannot beat them. They're just great knives. If you want to collect them, if you want to use them, if you want to beat on them, they're just awesome.
I definitely need to go to the famous Bakewell shop, though.
Why did you say that? Why did you get it It's the famous Sheffield shop, for fuck's sake.
I said that on purpose. Famous
I know. I blame that Tony. Every time I go into the famous Sheffield shop, Jane's like, and if I bring up Tony, she's like.
When I used to go past it years ago, we used to go to what's Chatsworth? Is it Chatsworth Estate?
Chatsworth House and that, yeah.
Yeah, well, I used to go. My ex-wife's mum used to live. Well, she used to work on one of the pubs on the estate, so every now and then we used to go and visit. And when I used to go past it, it definitely wasn't called the famous Bakewell shop.
No, you've got the Bakewell cook shop, Tony, and the only famous shop is the famous Sheffield shop, and that's been going for, I think it's in its 42nd year now.
Well, what is it really?
Yeah,
the Bakewell shop, sorry, 42nd. No,
the famous Sheffield.
The Bakewell one must be been there for a while, I would have thought.
Well, yeah, I can remember Paddy doing promotions for them.
Right. The last time I went was at least 15 years ago, and it looked like it had been for a while because they sell all sorts of stuff in there, don't they?
Oh yeah, I mean, like the shop goes right back. They've got loads of stuff in it.
Yeah. I would like to buy actually one of an Arthur Wright like a kitchen knife. Actually, a stag would be quite nice.
I know. Just for the people out there. I know that the famous Sheffield shop will be getting a delivery of Arthur Wrights on Monday, and about a week later, the Bakewell cook shop will be getting a new delivery of Arthur Wright. So if anybody's after one,
payday Friday. I never realised. I looked at my sat nav, and Sheffield was not as far as I thought it was. For some reason, I thought it said 2 hours 40 minutes, and it's 1 hour 40 minutes. I think from my house.
I think. I used to pop down to Northampton, and I still do for work sometimes. I think it's like 100 miles dead from me.
It was something like that. Yeah, it was 100 miles. I mean, you're probably a bit further, aren't you? You're slightly farther north, are you?
No. But South. It takes me about an hour and a half. But it's the M1, isn't it? So you've got a lot of 50 mile an hour because of the road work. So that's the only thing that slowed you down. But if you said like 2 hours and you're then you should be fine with that.
I am going to go. I keep, when you, excuse me, if you're going to go, you need a little bit of cash in your pocket, don't you? Because I'm going to go with the intention of buying 2 and I'll end up buying 5. So I'm going to go and make sure I've got enough money when I go.
I popped in on, what day did I pop in?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Was it yesterday? I popped in to get your book, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, shit, I forgot about that. Oh, you've catched that, haven't
I? Was that yesterday or was that
No, that was yesterday, I think you messaged me. No, I think it was yesterday.
So I popped in just to get your book, and I bought your book and a knife.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? If I lived near that bloody shop, I'd have lots of knives, but I would be skin.
I've never come out that shop without buying a single knife. You know that?
Luckily, there's nowhere around here that sells knives. If you want a pair of shoes, you're right in Northampton.
Slippy's got a bag of knives in there waiting to be purchased. I've got a bag of knives in there waiting to be purchased, and we've just got them stashed in like Jane's drawer. So
I'm, I spent way too much last month on knives. So this month I'm trying to catch up because I spent too much last month. Well, that's a lie. I spent it on bloody dinky toys, not bloody knives.
I spent a lot of money this month going to Blade Show.
Yeah, you did. That's like 4-figure.
So I'm trying to be good now. I'm trying to be good, but we're meeting up with Sean on Sunday to go to Lincoln. There's antiques fair on. I think it's Lincoln Showground.
Oh, I'll get my lad to go. He lives in Lincoln. I'll get him to go and have a look. Yeah, he lives in Lincoln City. Yeah, he lives in the city.
Oh yeah, it's I'm pretty sure it's the Lincoln Showground. And it's on from,
no, because he was on about going wild camping. If I let him know, I bet he'd love that.
It's on from 9 till 3, I think.
On Sunday.
On Sunday.
Oh right, I'll let him know. Yeah, he's going to bloody Lanarkshire to buy a pair of hiking boots. Apparently, the things you do as a kid.
Yeah, but we all do crazy.
I've done exactly the same. When you're going to drive all the way to Lanarkshire to buy a bloody. In fact, I might be wrong. It's Lancashire, Scotland, isn't it? Lancashire. It's still a good 100 miles away, I think, from Lincoln, isn't it?
It's the other side, isn't it? Yeah,
it's Manchester side, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I still do crazy stuff now. I mean, I'm like driving to Lincolnshire at like 7:30 in the mornings. That's so I can walk around a field with some friends to like try, hopefully find an old pocket knife.
I was looking at the comments. John's put, "I could happily die stashed in Jane's drawers."
Well, if I could tell you the kind of knives that we've got stashed in the drawers, but there are some birthday knives in there from like this.
Right, so you can't say anymore.
No, I can't divulge exactly what's in there, Tony Blade in Wales.
Hope it's not a knife.
Because apparently it's Tony Blade in Wales' birthday is the next birthday on like Discord.
Apparently it's April the 1st.
Yeah, are you sure? That's April Fool's Day.
Imagine being born on April Fool's Day.
Oh no.
It does explain a lot.
Explain, yeah. Well, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I thought my niece was born on April the 1st, but she's not. She's April the 3rd. But she's due laddie. She's quite near to April the 1st.
Yeah, perhaps she was 2 days late.
Yeah, she's not quite as crazy as Tony.
Yeah, I mean, Tony's got a thing for like stickers, hasn't he?
I've never noticed.
Have you not noticed? Like Tony's sticker fetish.
He's got a thing for stickers and sheep, apparently.
I'm pretty sure it's just stickers, Dave.
I'm sorry, we're not in private chat, are we? No, not sheep. Sorry, yeah, just stickers.
Are you coming to the Wild Camp Out on?
I am most definitely. Unless I'm on a deathbed, I'm coming.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant!
I wanted to go last time, but it ended up being a bloody nightmare. I was selling my van at the time, and the bloke that comes to pick it up would only pay in cash. And I thought, I'm not leaving my mum with my van to take 20 grand in cash for some bloke that she's never met before, because my mum would end up with £2, and my van would be gone. So I thought, no, it's not happening. But I'm definitely there. I've even bought, Mark has got a knife he's keeping for me on Congies. I've wanted it for ages, and I've just been a bit brassic. And so it's a camp knife. It's the Lee Bennett one. Have you seen it on there?
I don't think I have. No,
it's beautiful. And I think it's a bit of a sad story with him. I think he ended up killing himself. I know it's a bit of not a Friday night chat, but I think he had an accident in his workshop and ended up killing himself.
Oh.
Making knives. So I do think to myself,
so you're going to purchase a haunted knife to keep in a haunted house.
I did think that, and I'm thinking perhaps this is not the right route to be going down here. But bugger it, you only live once, don't you?
Well, we like a nice story to a knife, don't we?
Beautiful, beautiful knife, and I shall be bringing it camping.
Brilliant. See,
you know what I'm going to bring as well? I'm going to bring my pizza oven.
Oh yes.
I've got an Uni's pizza oven that you like a gas bottle one.
What do we bring then? Just like frozen pizzas?
Or I make my own. Buy a blank base and make your own.
Because we're not going to have the stuff there because it's in a field.
Just bring a pizza. Buy a nice pizza and cook that in it then. Or just bring a blank pizza base and make your own topping and put that in it.
You can go to Asda's, can't you, and have those fresh pizzas made, and then you just got to put them in the oven.
You can buy pizza dough and you just roll. It's a bit of a pain in the arse, isn't it, on a campsite trying to roll it out and crap. Yeah, just buy the thinnest one possible. Unless you like
nice and crushed. Yeah.
It's bloody brilliant, man. I took it. I haven't used it for a while because every time I've been camping, it's been crap weather. But I took it to where did I go? I went to somewhere not Great Yarmouth, somewhere like that part of the world. No, actually not Great Yarmouth. We're further up north. What's the posh place up north on the east coast where we're going to camp? The Victorian sort of place everyone used to go in the day.
Posh place up north
on the east coast, in Yorkshire. Oh, what's it bloody called? Whitby, near Whitby, that area.
Robin Hood's Bay. Skyway?
No, not Robin Hood's Bay, the big town near Robin Hood's Bay. I
used to live up that way.
Wherever. I took it there on a campsite, man. I'll tell you what, I could have sold them.
Really?
There's people coming up going, it's
because of the smell. Because of the smell of it.
Because you can cook steak in that in it. You can put a bit of steak in there and it's literally done in 4 minutes.
Oh, can I bring steaks as well then?
You can bring steak.
Should I bring some nice steaks? I don't know who's going yet. Because when we went last year, there was me, Sean, Slippy, and Mark, and then Will came down for like the day, but he had to shoot off again because of Stan.
Right. Peter and Mark got it right. Scarborough,
posh.
Yeah, Scarborough.
I lived in
Filey, and it just
Filey's nice. Yeah. Filey.
We went there camping. It was bloody. I went with a woman actually many moons ago.
I went up there. I went up there on a random knife hunt, and I found a shop which had loads of like. Filey had like loads of knives in it and stuff.
Yeah, Filey's a bit of a weird place, isn't it? It's a bit like what's the word I'm looking for? Traveller.
Yeah, I don't know. It relies on a lot of outside business coming in.
Yeah.
You know,
we turned up in the middle of the night, and we parked in like it was when I had the camper van. We parked in like a public car park. And you know what? I had a really nice. I like Scarborough. It was nice.
I like the way Sean put posh with posh.
What, Scarborough?
No, I think he means it's not really posh.
What, Scarborough?
Fighting gypsies on the beach.
Well, I wouldn't say Filey was posh, but Scarborough was posh than Filey.
I get what you mean. Scarborough was an old Victorian sort of holiday hotspot for people that had money.
You've got that massive Scarborough hotel.
And you've got the old castle up there as well.
Which is where I parked by the castle, by there. But you've got that massive hotel, which back in its day must have been absolutely amazing.
It was fantastic. But that castle, that was fired on by U-boats during World War II.
Oh, what, that castle?
Yeah, with their deck guns.
Yeah. There's some money in Scarborough, because all I saw when I was there was people going up and down the bloody seafront in Lamborghinis and fucking Ferraris. So there are some
loads of speed bumps there now, so they've stopped.
Perhaps they all came from Boston.
Maybe, yeah. Isn't that where Sean comes from?
Yeah. There's definitely lots of weird people there. I used to play football in Boston in the 80s. It was weird then.
It's like pretty weird now when you go there.
Like they used to call them the Boston Ball Bashers, if I remember rightly.
What? Why? What was that? Was it just...
That was the football team, not the actual people from Boston. The Boston Ball Bashers.
That's what I call Sean now, though.
I think they used to swing testicles together.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like Sean.
What's Tony on about?
Tony? He's probably gone mad, hasn't he?
Sean's put Royston Vasey.
My wife now.
I know it's not a real place, but is there actually a place called Royston? There is a place called Royston, isn't there?
There's a place called Royston. Is it in Hertfordshire, I think?
Oh, is it somewhere posh? Hertfordshire.
Well, I think it's close to where Michael Barrymore and his pool party.
You mean Royston, not Rogerson?
I'm pretty sure it was, that way, yeah. I think Sean was there.
There was something I was watching the other day, and there was a... did you ever watch Talk TV? Talk News?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
It had a woman on there saying she was Irish, and he was Irish, sorry, and he was talking about his mother, and she would never hear a bad word said against Michael Barrymore. She was saying, "Oh, Michael Barrymore, he's such a lovely chap. He's one of the..." And then when all that stuff came out, she went, "He's a fucking pig. I'd never speak to that Michael Barrymore ever again. He's scum." Michael Barrymore. Bless him.
Sean's just put that the U-boats did £50,000 worth of improvements to like Scarborough.
Sean, but probably true.
Oh.
There's a Rogerson in Pembrokeshire. Rogerston, Pembrokeshire. And that says it all, to be honest with you, Griff.
You know what? Griff's like our little book of like knowledge, isn't he? Because he knows a bit of something about everything.
Or he's got a laptop in front of him, which is my theory.
Oh, what, you think he's just using Google?
Yeah, I don't think he's got any brains whatsoever.
I thought that he had it all like stored in his head.
No,
he was just like this wealth of like knowledge.
If you ever want anybody that knows something, as in, I wouldn't say what's the word? I'm trying to be polite here. Do you ever want to know something about anything? Griff will know. He's like my what do you call it? Not encyclopedia, Thesaurus as well, because he can spell and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we do have a few problems in Discord with spelling stuff, don't we?
We really do American friends, yeah.
It's our American friends from over the tires.
Clueless. Do you know what? The tyre thing, I said to my son when he got his first car, he was on about he needed some new tyres. And he went, and I just spelled tyres. And I went, Tyres. And he went, no, you don't, because it's Tires. I said, no, it's effing not. It's Tyres. And we had a massive argument. And he went, no, Dad, it's Tires. And that's why the Americans have put it to tyres.
Tyres. Just put, don't be polite, you git. That's just a great word. Git.
I still think he's got a laptop in front of him though, and he Googles it all.
No, I think he just went to like a decent school.
Yeah, true. Well, he was in the army, wasn't he? So he's highly educated. When I went to hospital today, I had my I've got it on actually. My Vulcan Bomber t-shirt.
Oh, nice.
And they all thought, because I'm a bit of a handsome beast and I've got muscles, they all thought I was out of the RAF. I'm going to have to really, really spoil it here. I've never been anywhere near the RAF.
The Vulcan Bomber for a long, long time held the record for the longest non-stop bombing mission down to the Falklands. Yeah, the old Black Buck missions. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, it sounds absolutely incredible.
If only there was any flying, but there's none flying. Those four engines used to whirl as it came over.
I've seen it. Luckily, I've probably seen it. I saw it at Bournemouth Air Show twice.
Yeah.
I saw it at Duxford twice, and I think I've probably seen it as a kid probably another 2 or 3 times, because my dad used to be really into air shows and stuff, so we used to go to like Duxford quite a lot.
I got to see it quite a few times, and I saw it at Duxford 2 or 3 times as well. Yeah.
It literally is like
when it comes in low, and they just open up those four engines, and it roars. That roar.
It roars, doesn't it? It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely amazing aircraft. Absolutely love it.
Top Gun Dave. I am Top Gun Dave, Sean.
Right, let's show a knife.
My nurse was very disappointed when I told her I did kitchens and bathrooms. And it wasn't Tom Cruise's double.
This one's a bit good. This is an Arthur Wright. It's just a standard knife, but the wood is from a 106-year-old Lee Enfield gun stock.
Oh, that's the one you were on about, was it?
Yeah, that's a gun stock one.
What wood's that then? It's lovely, isn't it?
It's gun wood from a tree. I don't know. Whatever they made the Lee Enfield stocks from World War One.
To be fair, it would have been hardwood, obviously. It would have been hardwood, wouldn't it? Obviously,
it would have been hardwood. It would have been a very hardwood because they were built to last.
It's quite light, isn't it? It's not a dark wood, is it? It's a lighty.
Yeah, it's got some nice. Yeah.
I bet you really like I like that.
Pretty cool.
Do you say your favourite blade shape then? Is it a sheep's foot, lamb's foot?
No, it's not. Mine's a clip, I think. Mine's probably a clip point.
Well, I'll tell you what I can show. I've got 2 different knives on one knife.
Is it a Swiss Army knife?
No.
Is it a twin bladed jack?
No. It's English. Sheffield.
Oh, go on then.
And because the covers are so unmatching, it looks like 2 different knives.
Oh, go on.
So it's my George Wotton.
Well, yeah,
I personally think out of all my knives, that is the most amazing burlwood ever. Yeah, on the other side.
Oh, it's going to be oh no! Oh yeah, is it? It's a lot plainer, isn't it? Yeah.
It's still very nice.
It's still a lovely, but that
is absolutely amazing on it. It's very difficult to see it on the camera, isn't it?
It's not difficult to see. It looks like fire dancing.
It does look like fire. You look at it's almost got like a ghost inside it. When you look inside it, it looks like ghosts. And that sounds a bit crazy, and I've not been drinking. But.
Where was that from? Was that from the Eggington website?
They made me that especially because they put a half stop on it. I spoke to them. So they said to me, I said, "Did you put a half stop on it?" And they went, "If you wait a little bit longer, we can." But apparently now, the lady was. Is it? I can't think what her name is now. Is it? It's not. I can't think of the name of the lady I spoke to, but apparently they've put half stops on all of them now, haven't they? On the latest what?
I don't know because it's not Eggington Group anymore. It's Durham now, isn't it? So I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, it came as blunt as a badger's pencil, but badger's bottom. But you know what? It's got that is amazing, isn't it?
That is stunning.
Yeah. I could never put it both bloody sides. I will never know.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
I'd pay more money. I'd pay more money.
I don't know why they don't book match the wood. I really don't know. It's odd.
If I buy my Carter, they book match it, most of it. Not the playing my Carter, but some of the more fancy stuff they'll book match it.
Elan wants to go to bed. I don't know why he has to stay up because it's not like we're going to talk about him when he goes to bed.
Well, it's only quarter. I need to get up at 6. He's getting old. He's getting old.
I don't know. He's a strange chap, isn't he?
You know when you buy a knife and you can't remember who the hell made it, and I've got brain fog. Yeah. I've got crazy.
John, what that? Is that a Damascus Speary type harpoon? What the hell is that?
It's badass, isn't it? It's vintage paper my car.
Right. Well, right. With a shield, yeah.
And it's Damascus. It's a harpoon. That was off Congy.
Is that a British knife? Is it?
No, it's American. The bloody. It'll come to me in a minute. I'm having a bit of a brain fog, and I don't think it's even bloody written on it.
It looks American.
Do you know what? It's one of my favourite knives. I mean, I know I've got a lot of favourite knives, but
there's nothing wrong with that. I've got a lot of favourite knives.
It's got a lovely action.
Yeah, I've got a lot of favourite knives as well. We're all allowed to have more than one favourite knife. I
have lots of American knives. I have more custom American knives than anything.
I have more custom Ashley Harrisons than.
Yeah, and to be fair, if I live where you live, I would probably be the same.
Yeah, I'm kind of blessed with them being on my doorstep, aren't I? Really.
I've got that Ashley. I really like that one. The bone. I bought that at the shop. Sorry.
You bought that at the Sharp Show?
I'd already paid for it and I picked it up off a Mark.
Oh, I see. Nice one. Yeah, I did that as well. Yeah.
I bought it online and I said, rather than posting it, I said, you might as well.
That's a work back.
Yeah.
It's a nice big fat spear on that as well.
It has got, right, opposed to that one that you showed earlier with the really pointy spear, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I mean, I'll be honest. My first delve into English knives was a bit of a disaster, to be fair, but the last few I've had have been actually very, very good.
I think with I don't get it, with some custom makers. I think the most recent one that I saw was Elan's latest French knife. I don't get how if it's a custom maker they can let such a poor knife go out the door.
And I'm assuming it wasn't a cheap knife.
No, it wasn't a cheap knife, and like blade wrapping and stuff. And I just
definitely, I totally agree.
I mean, Chris has got a Michael May, and it's got blade wobble on it. But I think when you open up the knife, it's fine. But when you close it basically rattles.
Well, it's got blade wobble when it's totally shut.
Yeah.
That would drive me mad. And the trouble with Chris is because it's miles and miles to a different country, it's going to be
continent.
You've sent that and it's come back. You're going to be talking 3 months anyway, at least.
Yeah, but that's the thing. These custom knives. If you think it's one person making them, why do they send them out? Why do they send them out?
No, because that's my opinion on it. You've made that knife. You know that it's not right. Why would you send it out? Yeah, I never understood it. When I do bathrooms and I do tiling and stuff, and I put a tile on it, and even if I go back the next day and I look at it and think, you know what, I'm not happy with that, I'll take it off.
I've done work. I've done work, and I thought I'm gonna redo that because I'm not happy with it.
Exactly. Which is why I live about the Otter. This, the one that I got today. He said to me, he goes, I had to take it apart 4 times because I wasn't happy with it. And I admire him for that because obviously he can't charge more and more and more because he's cocked it up. But he took that hit, hasn't he?
Well, that's
nice.
That's what I want to hear, though. I mean, that is a really good thing. We are doing stuff, and it doesn't always go right, or something goes wrong in like the making process. The fact that it's right, I'm going to strip it, and I'm going to do it again until I get it right.
Making something that tiny, you would know straight away that it wasn't right. Because it's such a small thing, isn't it, to be making, that you would know. I could perhaps sort of understand a little bit with blade rub, because perhaps they haven't slammed it X amount of times. But blade rub comes from the first shot, doesn't it? Really?
You know about it, didn't you?
You know it was there, wouldn't you? It's not blade rapture, doesn't it? And blade rub.
I can understand it when they're using wooden handles and 3 or 4 weeks later, like the wood starts to twist, then it might start to pull up.
Yeah, or stagger something, or it moves, doesn't it?
It moves, yeah. But
isn't it?
But there's no excuse for poor sort of actions and blade wrap and I feel really sorry for Elan because it was his birthday knife from us, so we just bought him a really bad knife.
Well, you didn't buy it. There was a kid that sent it to you, wasn't it? Never trust the French. Never trust the French, Elan.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some great French knives, but it's not just French knives, is it? I've seen bad case knives.
Of course it's not.
And I've seen some like pretty poor tailors as well.
Well, this knife I've got actually is, to be fair. Because if you're going to buy a Kaiser or something like that, unless you get a lemon, they're all the same, aren't they?
They're all the same.
They all close the same. Yeah.
They've all got great actions. They all come super sharp, but they all feel like what they are, which is a massive
knife. On a Kaiser if the machine's cocked it up, or you know what I mean. There was a programming error. It's not from hand error, is it? It's from machine error.
But they don't feel like it. But they don't feel like our custom knives, do they? They don't feel
definitely not. Do you know
they don't feel as good to use.
All I used to buy was flippers and American. You know what I mean? Kaiser's and not what you call it, expensive American knives. Because they're made in American, or they're American made in China, aren't they? The high end flippers and all that. But then I changed to flip joints about a year ago. My son said to me, my son only collects slip joints really, and he said to me, "You like?" And I went, "Oh, I like flipping it and all that." And he went, "Yeah, but you get just as much satisfaction from opening it by hand, and you do, don't you?" And then
you get that flipper action, which is great. You get the old spider code flick, which is great, but you get the walk and talk on a slip joint, don't you?
Yeah. I do still not. I've still got a few flippers. I've never sold any of them. I do love them. And the only one I sold my Pina, the Raptor. I sold that to Mark.
I had quite a big collection of Who knives, and they were all like flippers.
I never got on with the Who because
I've sold them all.
Yeah, Congy.
Yeah, I traded my Congy.
You had loads of them, didn't you? You had the blacked out, the non-blacked out, the one, the VC.
I had version 1, 2, and 3, and I think I had 12 of them. But they're all gone.
The first one at the Sharp show, which was 3 Sharp shows ago, I think.
Yeah.
I never really got on with it. I tell you what I didn't like about it, and there's no offence to the mate because he's a nice chap. It was very inconsistent. As in the opening was either it would open or it wouldn't open, and the closing it would shut, it wouldn't flip, or it wouldn't shut, it wouldn't. Whereas you don't get that on a Kaiser, do you? It will shut every time and open every time.
The one thing that he told me was I don't like double detent.
I don't like double detent.
I like back spring. I like a big old back spring. I don't mind a friction folder, but I like a back spring.
I don't like double detent. The only, funnily enough, the only double detent I've got at the minute is this little, I don't know, my son bought me the little Kaiser.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only one.
The only one that I've got now is the Kaiser Sheepdog.
Yeah, but that's a perfect double D tent.
And it's really flickable.
It shuts consistently and it opens consistently, whereas the Who doesn't, does it? No, I'm not being horrible, but it doesn't.
No, that like Kaiser, they've absolutely nailed it because it's got a decent lockup as well.
Yeah. My son's got 3 of them. I bought it one every year for Christmas. He's got the raffia one.
I've got that one.
The black and white one. And has he got a titanium one, I think?
No, there's like a grey one, isn't there? There's like a grey black one as well.
It must be grey black then, yeah, because I bought one.
That's nice.
One of them he's got isn't UK legal because it's a liner lock, isn't it? If I remember rightly. And the raffia is a double D tent, I think.
There's one that's the lock, and the other 2 are double D tents.
Yeah, but they are really consistent, aren't they? They what's the word? They shut every time with that little press of the finger, whereas the Who might shut, or it might half shut, or it might 3/4 shut. And they still be bloody mad. And also came open in my pocket, so I had to go.
We've got a question from Elan about spider cones and what is it? Slip joints. Can you compare the size of the Squeak, the Urban, and the UK PK?
I've got a Chaparral. I haven't got a UK PK with me.
Did you get the Chaparral slip joint?
What bloody hell is it? You know when you've got. I'm not surprised. You know when you've got that many knives, you've got that.
It's a problem, isn't it?
You know when you've got a drawer on your. I've got like a work. What do they call it? Like a desk, and the drawers are about 2 foot deep. So you put it out halfway, and you think, "You have more knives than that," and then you put it out twice as far, and you think, "Oh shit, there I am." Yeah, I've got the Chaparral, which is that one. In the but you've got the really nice Chaparral, haven't you?
Yeah, but mine's a lockback.
Oh, right. So no, I mean, my lad's got the UK PK. I would say it's smaller than this. Definitely, it's got a different blade profile as well, hasn't it?
I'd say the UK PK has probably got a longer blade, if that makes sense.
It's longer and thinner, isn't it? If I remember, I haven't got one. My lad's got it.
Just off the top of my head, I've got that. That's the UK PK with the drop.
I love that one in that blade shape. I don't like it in the leaf shape, but I love it in what's that Squeak? Is it?
That's the Little Native Slippy.
Oh, Little Native. So that's UK legal then, obviously.
Yeah, and then this is the then there's that one, which I think is that the Squeak?
The Squeak is what you say, the middle one's a Squeak, is it? Or the top?
No, I think it's that one there. I think
it looks very similar. But has it got a little kick? Has it on the bottom of the? It's got a finger choil, hasn't it?
It has got a finger choil, like your one has there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same, isn't it? Yeah. I do. I like the Squeak. My son bought his girlfriend a Squeak for Christmas off of Congy. The pink one. It was a lovely little knife.
Oh, the pink one. Yeah, he went.
Keep it, Dad. I went. Just keep it. And I was Swiss Army knife. You'll never know.
I've got to say that the action on the UK PK is amazing. It's a fantastic knife.
This is not loosened up yet. The Chaparral. I've not really carried it, to be fair.
This Native is also good. It's really funny.
If you compare it to a PM2, though, it's teeny, isn't it?
Yeah, but I would say that the UK PK is probably the largest UK legal knife that they make.
There's a difference. Yeah. A Chaparral and a PM2.
Yeah.
I do love that UK PK in that blade shape. And he's got one, hasn't he?
He has got one, and it was Paddy that got me to get one. But this one I picked this one up at an antiques fair for 20 quid.
I remember you saying, yeah. I would buy one of them all day long if one came up, but you don't really see them very often. I think I did see one not that long ago, but it went really quickly.
If you check out that Arctic Knives, I think they've got this UK PK on there brand new for 75.
Right.
It's a really good price.
Yeah, that is great, yeah. What's that? Just their standard steel?
In BDN1S. Yeah. No, BD1N. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, BD1N.
It's in that steel. Yeah. You know, that steel.
Who's going? Ian's office. I don't know. He's still there.
Who we got? Right. Thank you, boys. There you go. Right. So I think we're going to wind this one up, Dave. It's our first show. So if anybody wants us to do this again, let us know, because we're not going to have a plan. We're just going to come on and talk crap.
Can I just say something before I go? And I keep meaning to say, and I've probably said it, and I've probably forgot I've said it. I'd like to thank everyone for the gifts that they sent me, the belt and the... I've just made and dyed one of them, and I'm breaking it in because the leather is so thick that I can't get it through my jeans.
Was that the American
one? I've dyed it and it's ready to go, and I'm going to do a little video of it. But I would like to say a massive thank you to everybody, because I don't know who did and who didn't, and even if you didn't, thank you anyway.
Again, that was like the Discord again. That was Elan doing what Elan does best.
Buying gay knives and gay belts.
No, I was going to say being a real pillar of our community, but you're right. Yeah, it's probably pink cowboy hats and stuff. Yeah.
I might even dye. I've been trying to find some pink leather dye, and because you bought me 2 belts, I'm going to dye one of them pink.
Well, you could
bring it to the camping trip.
You could make a pink slip. That would be good.
I'm going to make a pink slip. Would you like a pink slip?
Do you know what? I would. Yeah, I have a pink knife. I've got a pink slip sit list.
Wait now, 1 second. God. I've got one. I think I've made Tony. So one like that.
Oh, brilliant! Look at that.
Would you like one like that?
That's awesome. Yeah.
I made Tony one of them.
Does it fit like a Barlow?
I call that the bubble. Yeah, that would fit. Hang on 1 second. That would fit in a case. That's a case 2-bladed Barlow.
Yep.
That's probably
perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect for a small Barlow, not a big Barlow.
Small Barlow. Yeah, I love a Barlow.
The green one.
You've got one of the green ones because they sold out, didn't they?
I've got a green one. I got that through, I think it was either you or somebody said to me, there's still some left on Moonraker. Was it Moonraker or
Moonraker? Yeah. It was Moonraker. You get a green and pink. What a contrast.
And I've never, do you know what? I've never put it in there before, to be fair.
That's like Kermit the Frog inside Miss Piggy.
It's got black on the back, but you can have pink and pink. The pink leather is not fantastic. It's out of an old handbag I put up, but
what?
You know what? Patina's, isn't it? I'll make you one.
Yeah.
I've got you some gifts anyway. I've got you a box of gifts to send back with the with your pruner.
You got me. You don't have to do that. That's all right.
Oh, you deserve it.
I'm going to get embarrassed there. So I'm going to do a quick shout out for Mark's channel, because him and Sean have got their live on Sunday night.
Fantastic.
We've got the TK and Slippy show on Sunday at 5 p.m. UK time, not 6, 5 p.m. because the clocks haven't changed yet. And of course on Thursday there's the PPP show, which is probably the greatest show of all time.
It is the greatest show of all time. Well, actually, the second greatest show of all time after us.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, so if people want to see us do this, if people want to see us do this crap again, then just let us know on Discord.
It's been great. Do you know what, Mikey? It's been great. It's been what's the word I'm looking for? I love knives. Emotional, yeah. It's been emotional, but it's been about knives, but not about knives. If you know what I mean. Yeah. Unless that's stupid.
Yeah, it's a bit of knives. It's a bit of anything, really. It's just a bit of a Friday night meet-up and just talk anything that we want, really.
To be fair, as I've got older, I don't really go out on Friday anymore, so it's nice. Not the ask anymore.
According to the chat, there's about 16 people who don't go out on a Friday night anymore. So
don't forget the thumbs up and likes.
Oh yeah, all of that rubbish stuff.
How many thumbs up have we got? Let's have a look.
4.
2.
Brilliant. Yeah.
You got 6 now because I've just clicked it.
Brilliant. Yeah. Right, thanks for that, Dave. I'm just going to end the stream. Thanks all the people that have joined in, and we'll see you randomly next time.
Thank you, everyone. Take it easy. Cheers, mate. See you in a bit.